I'm Reece at your leisure at Fort Ticonderoga, New York, a historic place that saw the very beginnings of America. The French built Fort Ticonderoga in 1775 during the French and Indian War with Great Britain.
I am Alain Bourget. I'm from the Canonnier Bombardier, and I'm just a regular private.
Private Bourget commands the demonstration squad at Fort Ticonderoga, giving modern visitors a taste of what Army life here was like in the 17th century.
Self aside, no, of course not. What's more imposing than just one soldier? Each barrel is clearing each man's face. Now, don't believe Hollywood. Each soldier is taking careful aim on a specific target, and they wait quietly and patiently until they finally hear the command to fire. Or fire.
Maximum effective range of this weapon is somewhere between 175 yards.
Fort Ticonderoga guards a critical narrow passage at the southern end of strategic Lake Champlain on the New York-Vermont border. The British captured the fort in 1759 during the French and Indian War, but lost it to Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys in 1775 during the American Revolution. One of the oldest historic preservation projects in America, the privately owned fort became one of the country's first tourist attractions in the early 19th century. Reenactors give the place a real sense of authenticity and make the visit so much more exciting. Fusilier Hayden Conley of the British Laser Regiment commands the cannon crew. He's dressed in a real period uniform.
So I got a wool-lined and wool vest, which is sleeved. I have a wool-lined and wool habit. I have a chapeau, and I have a neck stock.
And your sword.
Yeah. This is the épée du soldat. It's a mark of a soldier. Not really used in combat, but it still is a honorary mark.
And a bayonet as well.
Bayonet as well.
All right.
Yep.
All right. And in all that wool, you're keeping warm, I guess.
Yes, sir.
It takes all 5 crew members to delicately aim the cannon. The assistant gunner rams the powder charge tightly into the barrel before the gunner lights the fuse. An ex-Army artilleryman myself, I'm still fascinated by cannons. After the Green Mountain Boys captured Ticonderoga from the British, they moved 60 tons of cannons and other weapons to Boston to help George Washington drive the British from the city. The daily pageantry at Ticonderoga brings alive some lesser emphasized moments in American history. Annual seminars and workshops here stress the importance of the fort in the 7 Years' War and the Revolutionary War. And it helps teachers learn how to teach living history techniques, such as how to create a period kitchen and cook a hearty 18th century casserole.
So we'll start our fire down below, and this chimney will direct all that heat in one location on our pot.
Inside the reconstructed walls, the Ticonderoga Museum boasts one of the country's best collection of 18th century artifacts. Muskets from the French and Indian War, ornate powder horns, fancy swords, and all kinds of guns from the American Revolution. Thousands of items gathered during the last century. Head upstairs and you'll find soldiers making uniforms from the same material their 18th century counterparts probably used. Then on to the 3rd floor, a reconstructed barracks, more memories. Ticonderoga sits on 2,000 acres of scenic Adirondack forest, including Mount Defiance, which towers some 750 feet above the fortress, making it kind of vulnerable to attack from above. In fact, in 1777, American patriots captured 2 British cannons on the hill and shelled the fort, with little effect. The only time Ticonderoga came under artillery fire. Soon after, it was abandoned and eventually became the national historic reminder of what it took to create the America we know today. Reece with Penny Stein at your leisure at Fort Ticonderoga, New York.